Hola a todos, hola, bienvenidos a mi canal, ya sabéis, Isabel López, Miss López, de este canal para empoderar a todo el mundo. Estoy aquí con un vikingo de Noruega, pero estamos en Düsseldorf. Estamos en Düsseldorf porque hemos estado en el evento con Tony Robbins, muy inspirador, como os podéis imaginar. Bueno, yo me he quedado fascinada con este chico que sabe tanto de los beneficios de ayunar, los beneficios para el cuerpo y para tener, digamos, una conexión mejor con el universo y desde una perspectiva holística. Cómo el ayuno bien hecho es una buenísima herramienta para tener una conciencia mucho más elevada. Y eso sí, perdonar, pero va a ser en inglés, ¿ok? Si eso lo explico más abajo. Y luego si eso otro día lo puedo también explicar en español. ¿Ok? Hello, how are you?
Hi, hi.
Yeah, oh, I left the word to him so he can explain everything. He
Okay.
can, well, could you please tell us the benefits of fasting
Yeah,
and why
so
from a holistic perspective?
yeah, from a holistic perspective and a
By
pragmatic.
the way, look at Düsseldorf.
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
this,
look,
huh? It's
really
real.
nice. Yeah,
Love this city, love this town.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Miss Lopez told me that you wanted to know a little bit more about the benefits of fasting and how to make it simple, okay? So the simple thing is that in fasting you don't eat. You don't eat. So you drink water and keep your minerals with the Himalayan pink salt or sea salt for that matter, as long as you're getting your minerals, because that is what's giving you the connectivity, the electrical impulses up here. So without minerals, you can't take up vitamins, you know.
So
So
salt is very important.
salt is very important, and minerals in the salt. If you got a supplement, also mineral supplement will work, but Himalayan salt is the most purest, most natural with the most minerals. So that's good to use. So remember to drink a lot of water because you will be cleansing your body, right? And also it's one of the best and easiest habits to have, because if you just skip a meal at the evening and you just go to bed, or you skip breakfast in the morning, you go 16 18 hours without eating, that's you'll get you'll get out malformed proteins that's been circulating in your blood since you were a child.
But could you please just say that it's important just to do this in how do you say in intervals?
Yeah, in interval. Yeah, don't you when you fast, you go into something called the ketosis, and that's when the purification begins. But you don't want to be in ketosis all the time. That's also why people eat the ketogenic diet. But they have cheat days and high carb days, because you don't want to be in one area too much. You want to be balanced. It's all about balance. The yin and yang. You always want to be balanced. Too much of anything will be bad. Like if you eat your favorite meal every day, stops being your favorite meal, huh? You want to get something different one of those days. So always keep in balance. Balance is hugely important in whatever you do. But the benefits of fasting is that you save time, you save money, you save energy, because when you're not spending energy in your digestion system, you free it up to go here or wherever you need it. So it'll give you, a lot of people think that you will be exhausted and not have a lot of energy when you're while you're fasting. This is not true. You'll have more energy and be more focused, more aligned.
For how long time?
uh, how long you should choose to do it, but I wouldn't recommend going above. Stay below 24 hours until you get a little bit more familiar with the process and how your body is reacting to it, because it's no one way for everyone. Your body is different, your mind is different. You got to find your own way. What fits you may not fit others. So yeah, you just got to experiment with that and feel for the benefits. Feel how different foods and stuff like that will affect you.
But
Because you
what
get
happens in the body? How this affects you spirituality?
yeah, okay. So you got growth hormones. You're releasing a lot more growth hormones, which allow you to build muscle and heal your body. Also stem cells, which heals your body. And then you start a process called autophagy, which having your malformed cells eating your other, cannibalizing on your healthy cells are cannibalizing your unhealthy cells and producing new healthy cells. So this is a really good process. Also, you're getting more mitochondria because they're also doing a zombie thing. I would recommend that you check out Thomas DeLauer on YouTube because he's a very scientific and thorough guy that uses case studies and science to explain a lot of the fasting difficulties and benefits. Yeah. So you're getting a lot of growth hormones, you're getting a lot of stem cells, you're increasing the production of these, also testosterone and which one was it? Yeah, the autophagy. So you're getting a lot of good physical benefits, very pragmatic, very practical to heal yourself, heal illnesses, heal body scars and stuff like that. And you're also getting denser and more effect of your muscle building and the usage of your energy.
And how often do you think would you suggest? How
To do a
often?
fast,
Yeah.
you can do, there's different kind of fasts that you can do. You can do like a 3-day dry fast for the experienced only, a 3-day water fast also for a little bit more experienced, but you can do a periodic fast which is 16 18 hours with a 6 8 hour eating window. It's up to you. Or one meal a day, 23 hours of fasting, then one meal to set it all okay. But yeah, I would recommend that you start with intermittent fasting to
What is
begin with.
that? What is that?
Intermittent fasting is that you fast for, let's say, 16 hours where you don't eat anything, and then you got a 8-hour feeding window.
So 15 hours?
16 hours where you don't eat nothing. And then
16.
16, yeah. And then you have 8 hours where you can get in one meal for every. You can get in 3 meals those 8 hours. And yeah, that's the most basic way to fast. A lot of people do it while training, exercising, and it's also important to do that while you're fasting because people often think that you won't get enough nutrition or you won't build a muscle while fasting. This is not true. You will build muscle as long as you exercise, because if you don't use it, you lose it. As simple as that.
And you said the most important is the eating, so more the exercise. Exercise is more for the mind.
Yeah, right. So 95% of your physique, your body, comes from your diet, not for the exercise. I mean, sure, we need to exercise, break down muscle, and make them heal themselves again, heal the scar tissue. But it's more about your diet. If you want to lose weight, gain weight, or bulk up, it's more about your diet than your exercise. Exercise has its place, but it's more about what you eat and how you eat it, when you eat it, none least. Because when you have your first meal, well, you're going a long time without any nutrition, right? So your body is hungry. It's just like it's so ready to take in nutrition that once you put something in your body, your glycemic index goes through the roof. Your insulin just opens the doorway to the cell, so it pulls in all the protein, all the carbs, and you shouldn't be eating fats at the same time. You should be eating fats later on, vegetables later on. Get your protein, get your carbs first, and then 2-3 hours after that, get your healthy fats, because then the insulin has gone down and you won't take fat directly into your cells just to get rid of it again. If you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
So never really get that full in a normal basis.
You should start listening more to your body and what it wants and what is when do you want to eat, when do you not want to eat, because that's a huge part of it. But you should get as much protein as you can and always break the fast a little bit slow, so your stomach and your intestines can get a little bit of time to get used to eating again. Yeah. So it's important to break the fast correctly and start the fast correctly. If you start with a lot of fiber and a lot of protein, you won't get as hungry as someone who didn't, for example. So there's a lot of things that you can do to improve your fast, get more benefits from the fast, and also just get to the fasting mentality quicker, so you can get over, you can challenge those hunger pangs that you're feeling sometimes.
I heard that fasting is makes you live longer.
It does. It's a anti-aging thing, because like I said, the stem cells that you produce in your body, those are clearing away all the those are clearing away all the bad cells, all the sick cells, the deformed cells, the malformed cells. They're all getting cleared out by the autophagy, and then your stem cells are replacing those cells with new healthy cells that are dividing often, which makes you grow. And that's why if you have the fight or flight activated, the emergency mode, the battery saving mode, if it's a battle mode. So if you got fight or flight tendencies, the stress activated, your immune system just stops functioning completely. It shuts down. You have no immune system. So if you gotta pick between getting chased by a lion and running from the lion, or a bacteria inside, you're going to protect yourself from the lion, because if you don't, the bacteria is his problem and he'll get the diarrhea, right? So it's always important to get back into the rest and digest state, because it's what keeps you growing. You're growing all the time. The cells, you got 50 trillion cells in your body with 50 trillion atoms in them, and we're all just atoms, and it's all just
From the
connected.
universe.
Yeah, it's all connected. Everything you see around you are made up of atoms. So of course, to me it makes sense that all the atoms are connected, since there's no air between them, because they are air, right? So we're all connected on a atomic subatomic grid. And yeah,
Quantic.
it's a quantum field. It's a quantum field, a vacuum field, or 0 point energy, as they're talking about. There is hidden energies that we can't see or hear with our senses, but I can pick up my mobile phone right now and call across the globe. On the other side of the globe, I can take a phone call right there, right now. So there's,
We are connected.
yeah, we're all connected. The same the same grid that the cell phones are using. The cell phones, the TVs, they're all just broadcasting stations. The broadcast is all over, but we have to tune in with our minds, tune in like a TV to get the clear picture, or a radio. We gotta tune in to get the clear transmission and interpret that in the correct way. And fasting helps with that. It helps you clear your emotions. It's like a purge in every way. You're also burning your karma while you're fasting. So
Oh, really?
yeah, really. So there's a lot of benefits to fasting. Like meditation, it's almost unlimited, but it's good for your gene expression to fast now and then. So I would recommend that you do like a intermittent fasting once a week if you're starting out, and study this. Go deep into this, because this is potentially life changing and transforming. You can get a lot out of it, out of very little.
But you promise you're gonna come back. We're gonna make more videos
Yeah,
because this is
now-
so interesting. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'm just walking around doing my own like mini lectures to people that I meet, and like I love to talk philosophically to people and ask them what they do on their spare time, because what they do for a living, that's what they gotta do. But what do they want to do? Where's their passions at, right? That's the interesting thing. So my passion is just the philosophies, just figuring out the mysteries
Me
of the
too.
universe. So yeah, me and Miss Lopez here got along really good. So yeah, hopefully I'll get back to you on a Zoom chat or a Google
And you
Hangout.
know, just to make like a little closer here, can't you just make just very like a resume, like just the points why fasting make us closer to spirituality, and just the quick tips,
Okay, so
very quick.
the way that fasting helps you get more in touch with the spiritual is because you're leaving behind a lot of baggage. Like when you're not eating, you're lighter. You're light as a feather, right? So when you're not eating, your mind is not cluttered with materialistic concepts. So you're getting more and more into that holistic spiritual mentality automatically. So you don't have to struggle as much with meditation, for example, because it's easier to focus, it's easier to tune in, because there's not a lot of interference, so to speak. There's not a lot of other things that are pulling and distracting your senses, right? When you close your eyes, you're not when you're meditating, you close your eyes, you're not seeing anything, you're not hearing anything, you're not smelling anything, you're not tasting anything. Then the sensory input, it quietens, and you get from a beta down to an alpha, theta, and even delta brainwave state. But it needs practice, and yeah.
Okay,
So
so very quick about fasting, like why it's so good. I mean, just very, very quick.
oh,
Just the major tip.
okay. Now, just my personal experience with fasting is made my transformation into the higher vibrational frequencies a lot simpler, a lot simpler. It's yeah, it's just something that it makes you lighter and more able to tune in faster. It's like a boosting tool. You can boost yourself and boost your spirituality by fasting. So that's my experience.
And
my
the good
personal.
thing is this connection with science and
Yeah.
spirituality.
Yeah, okay. So
Science a lot.
one more thing that I actually forgot that's a little bit important. Your brain also, your body creates more brain-derived nootropic factor. And if
Oh.
you've ever seen
What is that?
Limitless the movie, for example, when he takes the pill and he can use 100% of his brain, that's nootropics. So we have a new supplement now that people don't necessarily need it, but they can take nootropics to increase their cognitive powers and their mental focus and memory.
It's a drug. It's a kind of drug, or what is that?
No, it's a supplement. It's
A
like
supplement,
natural. You can have, for example, cordyceps. Cordyceps is Chinese mushrooms that will increase the oxygen intake in your body. Then you have reishi to improve your immune system function. They give this to cancer patients that are having the treatment, the chemo, yeah. And then you have lion's mane, which is for neurogenesis. For a couple of years back, they said that you couldn't grow new brain cells. You got this set amount of IQ, and you can't go any further. But then they discovered neuroplasticity and the myelin sheets and neurogenesis. So we can also, by fasting, create new nerve cells in the new neurons in the brain
By fasting.
by fasting. So you
Oh
get
my God.
smarter and more connected. It's like growing. You can think of it like growing yourself as a tree. That's what meditation plus fasting does. It grows your spiritual anchor, so to speak.
Oh, thank you so much. So much science, so much knowledge, and he's explaining so good. I mean, I hope we can make more videos. Is that okay?
Yeah, we should definitely.
Okay.
I'm
And
excited.
here is Düsseldorf, really nice, really nice. Tomorrow going back to Sweden. So, see you soon. And, yeah. Hasta la vista. Espero que os haya gustado.
Chao.
Súper interesante. Un conocedor de cómo hacer ayunar, en la importancia del ayuno, y lo explica de una manera totalmente científica. Bueno, muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
No
¿eh?
problem. No problem.
Hasta pronto, nos
See you
vemos.
soon. See you soon.
Hasta la vista, amigos. Chao.